Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. Into the air right away is Allen. That's taken in by Duvernay. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Now the new pickup from New England. This is Damian Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That play blown up on a really nice effort by Jerry Tillery. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders... week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It was another typical season for Jimmy G last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
Our first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
On a nice burst there as they'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive. Hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 17 carries, 71 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. They expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he's brought down at the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. To the air, Allen. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Raiders pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the...
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Stephon Diggs down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble, because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it, because you're running away from people on it.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And that is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 25 yards that time.
After a 100-catch, 1,000-yard season 2021, Renfro's follow-up season was a major disappointment. Injuries and offensive changes kept him to just 330 yards, so hopefully the fan favorite can return to Pro Bowl form and be the type of chain mover he was on that grab.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throw out left, caught by Mayer. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Garoppolo now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo and touchdown run. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. And now out come the Bills.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen now looks to throw. Open man is Duvernay. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Here's Allen to throw it. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Allen's throws on target to Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Again, they'll throw with Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 6 yards away. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finds Hines again for the completion. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On second down, here's Allen. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to his own blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing now is Allen. Giving the football to Davis on an out route. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Allen going to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
That's caught by Myers. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Throw the ball.
That one before he wanted
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh
Nice
Jacobs,
two dance options.
his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And no thought of a return here for Hines. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And Knox is going to have the Bills' 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On play action, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On play action, Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Bills. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is...
Amir Abdullah. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Bills offense back out onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
57 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it.
Holding offense.
Of course it was.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
before they can get the punt away. Whistles. Back now in Buffalo. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. They'll have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Abdullah to return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders 1st down as he's up to the 47.
Play action, Garoppolo.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To the air, Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Allen now on 1st down. Caught right side, Davis. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 30-yard line.
Here's Allen. Fighting Knox there, complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards. Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Allen. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Mayer here. Down the sideline he goes. And finally down at the 32-yard line. On play action. Now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be out of bounds.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
2nd down, goal to go. Garoppolo again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need it.
some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in, complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Well, win it right now, have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They gambled for the win, and they trail by 1 here in the final moments. So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.